Hello everyone, today I would like to introduce to you my app CampusConnect. I am Batra, speaking along with my friends Sahil Arora, Rajani, Saroja from SEM to THAPAR University, Patiala. We have made our app CampusConnect. Here it is the starting screen where we have used 5 layouts: the welcome text, the CampusConnect test, and 2 buttons as you can see. One which responds if you want to create a new account, and one which responds if you already have an account and you want to log in. As you can see, this is our main activity. These are the classes that we have imported. Then we have used Firebase authentication class. We have used Firebase for authentication as well as database purposes. As we move forward, this is our instance for checking if the user is already logged in or not. Then we move on to our login screen. If a user already has an account, this is our login screen where we have to enter the email. This text box is of the email format, which means if you're not going to enter an @ character in this box, it would give a toast message here deep down as authentication failed, error in username or password. And this text box is the type of password where the user cannot be able to see exact strings that he or she is typing, but dots would be shown that would be hidden as the password is. Then I would like to tell you about the registration page, which is activity_register. This is the registration page where you have to type in the display name, the email, and the ID that you want to register with, and click on create account button. Then we move on to our Java file for both of these activities, which is maybe start activity was the file which responds to the intent to move on to the start activity page and the register activity pages. Then we have our login activity. These are the imported classes that we have used. Then I would like to tell you we have made the objects of the 6 layouts that we have used in our Java file to connect it with the XML, where we have used the onCreate method established in Android, which connects our content according to the XML files, and find view by ID method to recognize the login_toolbar. As you can see, it is the activity_login login_toolbar. It is the ID for the toolbar, where we have a back button which takes you back to the starting screen where we come from login. So the back button takes us back. However, it is not visible because it is a pre-enhanced button which only works in a running machine. It's a runtime button, not a layout. Then we move on ahead. Or maybe a battery is a little deep, so then we move on to authentication part, where we have created the string objects email and password for getting the text from the edit text layout, where it is login, this one. So we have this login_email. We are getting the email from login_email and password from login_password, which are the IDs for these 2 edit text views. As we are storing it in the email and password, then we go ahead and check if it is not empty, that user has entered email and password. Then we make it to login user method email and password, which helps us in login. This is the definition of the method used, login user, which helps us to successfully log in the screen, where we have else decision loop, which checks if the login is successful or it has failed. If the login is successful and it successfully matches with the database, then the main intent start activity is started. If the user entered a wrong ID or a password, then it displays a toast message as authentication failed and takes you back to the login activity page. Then I would like to show you the create account one, where you have to register. This is our activity, the layout, and the Java file is stored something under main profile register. Yeah. So these are the classes that we have imported. As the usage becomes, we import these classes likewise. Then I would like to tell you these are the objects that we have created of the above used classes. These are the names of the objects. Then we have created a process dialog. So yeah, I would like to tell you something about this process dialog, which I have also used in the login activity. This is basically a process bar that goes and moves on the circular bar when the process is being instantiated in the background. So that user has displayed something, a little message that we are registering you and something like that. So this is the registration process. The mreg progress is the object for that process dialog, and it displays the message registering user. This is the title with a message, please wait while we create your account. Yeah, this is the code here. Then we have used the set on click button listener with the object mCreate button. mCreate button responds to the button that we have used. mCreate button, the object of registration underscore create underscore button, which is actually the ID of this create account button. So as far as the user clicks this, the mCreate button comes into action and listens to the on click listener, where this method runs, where we are storing the display name under the display name string. Then email string is getting the email from the m email. Then we are getting password from m password. M email, m password, m display are the objects used here to get the text from the edit text that we have used in this use. These three edit texts. So this is the method registration underscore user. If the user has entered a non-empty display name and a working email address and a working password, it takes you to the register underscore user method, which is defined here. mauth is the instance of the Firebase auth class that we have imported, since we are using Firebase as the authentication, which creates user with email and password. This is the method of this class that we are here using, and it helps us here to successfully log in into our database, match it, and then the main intent is started, which takes us to main activity, which takes us from register activity to main activity. The name of the intent is main intent, and here it is started. And if the user fails to register, it also shows a toast authentication failed. So this is how we have used our registration process. Then we move to our I would like to pause our video for a second. Yeah, since we are exceeding the time limit of our video, I would like to briefly tell you about some points. This is our chat activity, which can be accessed by using fragment underscore chat. Here it displays a list of all the users, since we are having only one friend included now. Suppose we click on Sahir, it redirects us to this page, which is actually a combination of this and this page. This is the app bar, which displays the name, which is actually a runtime process. So here the name Sahil will be displayed. Then we would like to go to this one, where the texts are displayed in a recycler view process from both the users. That also runs in a runtime process. And this is our main layout, where these items are basically these texts, which actually combine with this layout in the runtime, where the user enters a message here and sends. And by clicking this add button, we can also send a single image from your gallery by using the gallery intent. Then we also have activity underscore settings page, where we can actually set this display name is also a runtime process, and the user which is displayed which is logged in